Hi and welcome to Ro's Kitchen and Garden. Just back from the gym and Pilates actually dropped. Samir had my breakfast and I thought before I move upstairs and get on with my day, I should do some cooking. And today I thought of making mackerel curry and rice, Bangda curry and rice. My style, it's a mix of Kerala and Goa, all sorts of recipes that we've been making. Some bits are inspired from my mother's cooking. So it's completely a mix and match, but ultimately this is what I like and this is my style. So let's see what we've done. We've got 2 mackerel pieces here which I have cut. I've applied salt, turmeric and kokum. So leave it aside and let it marinate for like say half an hour. This recipe has 2 parts. So one will be the masala and the other will be the actual making of the curry. So for the masala I have taken 12 shallots. Okay, then I've got some curry leaf here. Let me just see if I can focus. Yes. And then there is grated coconut. This should be around half cup of grated coconut. And this is say 5 to 6 dry red chilies, spicy variety. 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds. 1 teaspoon of jeera. A little mace. Little fennel seed. And say this must be around 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds, one like little half teaspoon, little less than half teaspoon of methi seeds. This is trifle or tipple that they call. This is mostly used in Konkani cooking like Goa and all that. Then this is few like 7 to 8 black pepper. What am I missing? And this is little bit of like say optional half teaspoon of khaskhas. So we are not allowed to get more than 100 grams of khaskhas in Singapore, so we obviously use it very sparingly. But if you there is no restriction with khaskhas or poppy seeds in your country or the place where you live, then you can add around say 2 teaspoons of khaskhas. And like I said, this has 2 parts. So when I'm making the curry, this will get nicely roasted in your coconut oil. This is what I'm using. So this coconut oil, you can use any edible coconut oil. So this curry has 2 parts. So first I'm going to roast this or fry this in coconut oil, which is already getting heated up there. And once we fry this paste ingredients, then we'll finely grind them into a very fine paste, and then we will go to the part 2 of the curry. So now let's start frying all these ingredients. So let's start adding these ingredients in this hot coconut oil one by one. Let me first start with adding this dry red chili. Then I'm going to add the methi seeds, black pepper, the fennel seeds, that little mace, cumin seeds, your khaskhas, and your trifle, not trifle actually, trifle only. And then add these dhania seeds, coriander seeds. Add your curry leaf next. Then you can add your shallots. And we add coconut in the end once I roast these things a bit nicely. Now when you see the onions have become nice and soft and little brown and they are breaking away in the masala hot pan, then you add your grated coconut, fresh grated coconut. And then you give it a nice mix again. And now let it really fry away well. I added like 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder for the color, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt to this. We will taste and adjust salt later, but also in this masala I'm adding a bit of salt and Kashmiri red chili powder, and I'm going to keep sauteing it till it becomes soft. If you think your masala is sticking to the bottom of the pan or the bottom of the pot, feel free to add or keep adding a little bit of water, no problem at all. But anyways, we are going to grind this into a very fine paste, so it's okay to add some water while you're frying it. So part 2, obviously oil again to fry this fish. When you apply kokum, the strong smell that mackerel has goes away. So that's why we apply either tamarind or kokum. Now this is completely optional, but I like it. You can add either eggplant or okra or beans, whatever you feel like adding to your curry. We are adding okra here. Tastes very nice when it goes in the curry. There is some kokum. This is some kokum or Garcinia indica or amsul as we call it for the curry bit. And this is curry leaf. This is dhania patta or coriander leaf, and this is mustard seeds. And we will also need water and the paste that we are going to make of this, that we are done frying and we are letting it just sit down to cool, and then we can grind. And obviously we'll need some salt and turmeric again while making the curry. Added some water to this to make a fine paste, and the mix is ready there, and we're going to make a fine paste out of this. See how fine the masala is ground? This is the consistency we need, very fine. Here oil is already heating, coconut oil. So I'm going to add the curry leaf and I'm going to add mustard seeds to this. So mustard seeds are added and the curry leaf is added. Next goes in the masala once the mustard seeds crackle. Let's add this masala. And it's nicely fried, but still let's fry it well so all the rawness just goes out of this masala. I'm going to rinse this pan with some water and then add that water to this pan also. Cooking pot. Let's just mix it nicely and cover it and keep while I rinse the pot so it doesn't splatter everywhere. This is nice. I tasted the masala a bit. It requires a little bit of salt, not too much. Also do not forget the marinated fish also has some salt. Now masala is nice and fried. You can add the okra to this pot. Add the okra to this pot. And then you add water and bring this masala to a nice boil. Water depends on how thin you want your curry to be. To begin with, I will add like half a jug. This must be 250 ml of water. So 1 cup. Little more than 1 cup. And so because I want the masala to fry and the okra to cook, I will thicken the curry later if I feel like. But to begin with, let the curry be thin and let this boil nicely, and also add the amsul or the kokum to this. Actually you add the kokum at the end because kokum slows down the process of cooking, but it's okay. In this case it's fine, it's just the okras. So I will let this boil off and let the okra be semi-cooked first, because the fish doesn't take time to cook, so the okras must be kind of 3/4 cooked before you introduce the fish in the pan. Okay, the okra looks kind of cooked. Now I'm going to add the fish in the curry, one by one. Fish won't take too long to cook, as we all know. So make sure it gets in nicely, so it gets proper chance to cook from everywhere. Let me just pour some, dip it in the curry again, yeah. And now let it cover and boil. You want, you can add the coriander leaf now also, and from top to garnish. I'm going to add some of it now because, as you all know by now, I like the taste of coriander leaf in the curry or in anything that I'm cooking. Yeah, so now just put the cover on top and let it cook. Won't take long, maybe just 5 to 7 minutes. So I hope you liked today's recipe. Do try it at home and let me know how yours came out. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.